let's see our district satisfaction, not only the clubs. Let's see our district, how satisfied our district is. And last but not least, for me, it's for the most important, please fill in the age and gender. I beg you to do that because you will help us a lot in understanding our figures, analyzing, and giving up solutions. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much. I now will ask my panelists to come here, please. Faisal, Wissam, Wasim, and Basil, please. Join us here, please. I need to introduce you. We will conclude the membership plan from these three guys, and we have also 4 other panelists on Zoom. First, I will start just introducing our panelists that are physically here attending. We start with the past president, Wissam Sawalha. He's a past president in Rotary Club of Amman Jarash, and he was an assistant governor. He was the country membership chair last year and this year. He is a managing partner at Rukun Insurance and Reinsurance Brokerage, and he is married and he has 2 boys. We have also from Bahrain, the country chair of Bahrain, Faisal Jum'a, a past president. He is from the Rotary Club of Sulaimaniya, Bahrain, joined in 2014. He held so many positions in the club, and he was the president as well in 2021-22. He held also some positions on the country level as public image and international service country chair. And this year, he is the membership attraction engagement country chair. And last but not least, Basil Husseini, past president. He is married with 3 boys. He's a dentist since 1999. And he is from the Rotary Club of East Jerusalem, Palestine. And he was a president in 2018-19. And he was the deputy district governor last year. So welcome, please welcome my 3 panelists, and the rest will follow soon. So allow me to start the questions now. I will start first addressing Wissam. Everybody knows that we have district membership chairs and country membership chairs. So please, can you tell us, what do you do as a country chair? What is your role, and what have you achieved so far?
Thank you. I don't know. Is it okay? Hello. Oh, yeah. First of all, thank you very much, past President Farid. As a country chair, for the membership itself, we work closely with the district membership chair for the big strategy of the district itself. Then we go with the strategy. We go to each club. We use our membership tools that Rotary provides. We go to the clubs. We see, for example, the membership survey. For example, we send it to the clubs. We see what exactly. After we collect the responses and the results, we sit with each club members, all the members, and we discuss these results. Same for other tools we might use in the membership at the Rotary level. Other than that, most of the clubs would contact us for any membership issue that we will help them in this issue to tackle it, or to make sure we go back to the Rotary bylaws and work, and we explain the Rotary bylaws for them. This is exactly what we are doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I must say that also their most important job was before the year started, was actually also making sure that every club has a membership chair. This is very important. And your job is not over yet, huh? It's not only the membership month that we work in, but we keep on working until the end of our year. Of course.
I don't say that. I haven't mentioned that because it's always 12 months.
Of course. Thank you, Pastor Wissam. I now go to Basil. No, actually, let me please go to. I'm sorry. Let's go to Faisal. Faisal, comfort, care, and attention to our members make them stay. But we have to also help clubs by using some evaluation tools that we just talked about. What are those tools, in your opinion, and how beneficial are they for keeping and retaining our members?
Thank you very much, past President Farid. Yes, evaluation tools are very important to see the health of the clubs and to see how members feel. Now, a couple of them I have in mind is the health check survey, which is to be completed by the board of directors or the leadership positions, sort of like a regular checkup when you go see your doctor. The SWOT analysis, and there's the benchmarking, which is you set certain goals and you see if you reach those goals or certain targets. There's the classification where you sort of see what classifications in terms of job description is missing from your club. And you sort of, then it gives you a chance to fill in those positions in order to reach all aspects of the community. But most important is the membership satisfaction survey, where it focuses on the club experience. What as Rotary, we, the Rotary clubs, we're selling the club experience to our members. So, I mean, we have to sort of like a regular checkup to see how the members are feeling. Now, we have to keep in mind that the club experience might have changed since the establishment of the club. Many of our clubs in the districts are very old, have been around for many years. So maybe the experience has changed and the members have changed due to certain aspects of daily life. So with the membership satisfaction survey, we can sort of see what's changed. Maybe before the lunch meeting was good, but now due to certain restraints or constraints, they would prefer a dinner meeting. Or maybe we're not doing enough service projects, so we should increase local service projects. Maybe we should go towards international service projects. So basically, with these different aspects that the surveys tackled, then we can sort of reflect that and implement these changes towards the club.
Thank you so much, Faisal. Thank you. Basil, you also did this membership survey, and I must say and thank those who really worked hard as country chairs to make sure that clubs will do these membership satisfaction surveys. I must say that Lebanon finished 17 out of 28 clubs so far. Jordan has finished 10 out of 12 clubs so far. Bahrain has finished 3 out of 4 clubs so far, and Palestine finished all the clubs. So all the clubs in Palestine did the membership satisfaction survey. But I'm sure that you had difficulties, Basil, doing this. I'm sure that all the team had difficulties, and we discussed that. Can you please tell us what challenges you faced while doing this satisfaction survey?
Good afternoon, first of all. And I just wanted to say one thing. Really, Farid, you are a truly great leader when it comes to preparation. Thank you, thank you. Literally, Farid guided us through these questions and how to answer them. So I thank you for that. Yes, we had, any surveys that people fill out are usually boring, okay, to tell you honestly. So we tried to make this survey fun for people. And that's what happened. And to tell you honestly, the best way to fill out a survey like this, a satisfaction survey, I believe, in my opinion, is to physically take 15 minutes out of a meeting time, sit down with the survey, talk about it, talk about how important it is for the health of the club. And that's the most important thing, is leaders need to understand and emphasize to the members that this satisfaction survey is important to the health of the club, because the more satisfied members are, the more productive they are. The more productive they are, the club is more productive toward their community. And that's the most important thing. That's exactly what we did. We took out 15 minutes, we filled out the survey, and this is why our response rate was very high. You know, our clubs, more than 80% of our clubs filled out the survey, and that was the best way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I would like to go to Wissam now again. As I said in the beginning, sometimes we put a lot of hard work. District Governor George has goals, district goals. We have Rotary International goals, and we have all to work together to achieve those goals. But surprisingly, sometimes by end of the year, we end up achieving nothing or not achieving the goals that we want. So what do you think went wrong? What is the key success factor for accomplishing and achieving a membership plan or strategy?
I think past President Ahmed and I were discussing something before. Should we fix a club or should we fix membership? Which is first? I think it's the issue of sometimes you have a club. As in the Rotary issue, is the club itself. Is the members in the club are cooperative? They want to make the change. What are the type of change they want? They are devoted? Are they willing to participate in all these issues? This is one thing. Second, in all the clubs, it depends on the presidency. Let's say if the presidency of that year is energetic, the club itself will be different, and this would be reflected in the results at the end of the year. I think it's the issue of membership. We need to think during when we do. Can I elaborate on something, Past President Farid? During during discussing the results of membership survey with the Jordanian clubs, we have discovered something. All the clubs have this. All the members of the clubs have almost the same reply on the question of value of your membership. Do you see a value of your Rotary membership? Do your family see a value of your membership? Friends' value of membership? I think we have to look at this point exactly and start showing that people exactly what is the value of membership. Then we will start feeling the difference and we'll start feeling the impact of the membership. Thank you very much.
So the work starts from the club itself. Yes. Again, this is what we do. Okay. Thank you, Wissam. I go back to Faisal. Faisal, awards. Everybody wants awards. And awards are a great tool of appreciation. And this is where by end of the year, you know what you achieved. Awards usually are not the goal, but they are the result of your hard work. What advice do you have for the president and maybe for the district governor as well regarding awards, especially membership awards?
Thank you very much, Past President Farid. My advice to club presidents and the district governor is that please release the membership awards criteria as soon as possible. So it gives a chance to all board members and leadership chairs to work on the awards as soon as possible. Already released?
They are released. Yes, they are released.
Oh, I haven't seen them. Sorry.
Then we have to work now.
Okay, I have to work on them then. Okay. So, all right, moving on. Yeah. So, change the question. Give me another question.
No, it's
No, but
advice
there's-
for the president.
But there's an important point I want to connect with this. So the reason I said that is that not to embarrass anyone, but to demonstrate a point. In the beginning of the year, we plan our strategy for the year for each director. And the awards criteria gives us a sort of guideline to sort of show us the path or where we should be leading the club towards the end. The awards, as mentioned, is a sort of conclusion to the work, a sort of reward to the work that's done during the year. Also, if the awards criteria were released in February, it only gives us 3 to 4 months to work on them before the ceremony. So in this case, let's say one of the questions is increase your membership by 3 females or bring people who are from the Rotaract, then it wouldn't give us enough time to sort of derail the progress of the chair. So, so by releasing them early, and of course, that means the president, if he receives it from the district governor, that means, I mean, then the president should distribute it towards the members or the particular chair. Then these awards criteria can be integrated into the planning, and then they can lead the club towards the right path.
Thank
to
you.
the target.
Thank you, Faisal. Since we are at the awards, I also now would like to invite past President Rosa Shaheen. Rosa Shaheen is now a regional marketing manager for the MENA region at Engelhard Arzneimittel, a German pharmaceutical company. She's in the Rotary family since for 17 years now. She's a past Rotaract in the Rotaract Club of Amman Cosmopolitan. She was a past president there. She joined and she was a chartering member for Amman Citadel in 2012. She held many positions on the country level and the district level as the Rotaract country chair and the district Rotaract country chair. She was a country secretary, and last year she was a president. And now this year she is the UN Rotary Day country chair. I'm going back to awards and going back to the beautiful award that you received, past President Rosa. Amman Citadel Rotary Club was the only club last year to win the membership award on the district level. It was the only award given to Amman Citadel. So this makes us all very proud. But I would like to ask you, Past President Rosa, can you please let us know how a club that is only 10 years old, with an average age of 40 to 42 years, win such a great award? What was your strategy? What was your plan? What did you do to win this great award?
Thank you, Past President Farid, for the introduction, of course, and for organizing this beautiful seminar. Of course, I would have loved to be there in person, but virtually is also, thank God to technology that allows us to connect everywhere. I have to say that the success of any club or organization is never the result of 1 year only. It's the vision of the club that was put into accumulative efforts to build up a success story. Of course, that was driven from the worldwide strategy of membership. The Rotary Club of Amman Citadel had put in place its vision for the membership starting the day it was chartered 10 years ago, carrying it on year by year by the presidents, board members, and heads of membership committees, ensuring continuous assessment and tweaking of the strategic imperatives when needed, and making bylaws amendments also when needed. So when you keep the members when you keep in mind that the members are your greatest asset in any organization, honestly, but especially in a Rotary Club, then you need to listen critically to each and every member. And accordingly, it had been super important that within the past few years, not only have we divided the need of members based on years of experience and involvement, but we were looking further into the details. And we really listened, keeping a super analytical eye to ensure that the satisfaction of members and harmony within the club. Of course, always sticking to the bylaws and the persona of the club. We did some of that through membership surveys, which gave a good insight. But additionally, I personally believe that the personal interaction that takes place amongst the members is beyond crucial. It's the role of the club leaders to initiate interaction between the new members and the guests, and of course the old members, and to really listen and hopefully aid the club into creating a more comfortable environment and start diversifying the programs, plan new projects and events that excite members, tailor actions that attract more female members or youth into the club. Today, Rotary Club of Amman Citadel has members with ages ranging from 26 years of age until 59, and they're all integrated and working in harmony together. We were able to increase the percentage of female members from 20 to 39%. The active listening that club leaders are using has highly enhanced members' retention, which is the pivot to building up on future members and ensuring the high satisfaction that will reflect in better projects. And of course, those are the ones that are going to bring in high quality guests who will, according to the bylaws of our club, will have to undergo a prolonged guest phase where they at least attend for 3 months. until they become a member, where they have to attend as well a social meeting and several social gatherings, and several meetings until they are finally pinned. This makes sure that the guest that is being invited, or the guest that is becoming a member soon, is actually committed to becoming a Rotarian. And once the guest becomes part of the Citadel family, he or she will be assigned a mentor to guide him through the Rotary issues, and making sure that this person becomes an active member of the club. And I'd like to emphasize the word active, as we are only interested in having members who are involved, committed, engaged, and of course will give a good reflection of the true spirit of Rotary embodied in the projects we see on the ground. So to the question of how can a 10-year-old club with an average age of 42 years win the only membership award for the district, we started with 15 members when the club was chartered in 2012, and to 34 members today. I'd like to say that it's the joint efforts of all the previous years, the active listening, the diversified programs, the comfortable environment, and ensuring that only the right members join the family. And well, this goes to not only the membership award, but to every single award. That if you have the award in mind that you work on, then it is not the best option. It's the health of the club, the continuity, and the retention of members, and keeping the best interest of the club in mind. This will always lead to an award.
Thank you so much, Past President Rosa. Thank you. Very well deserved last year.
Thank you.
I would like to thank all the panelists that are attending over Zoom. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your patience. Your questions are coming up. Just stay tuned with us. So I will now go to Hala Ghassoub. Hala is a committed Rotaract member since 2015. She was a past president of the Rotaract Club of Sahel al-Matan, past Rotaract District Conference chairperson, past president of the Rotaract Academy, past deputy district Rotaract representative, past VDRR, and assistant Rotary coordinator for Zone 21B at the moment. She joined recently the Rotary Club of Sahel al-Matan in order to pave the way for her dual membership. And Hala Ghassoub is an architect and an entrepreneur. She is a co-founder of Show Me Lebanon, which is a tourism experience provider that focuses on Lebanese culture. And for her, she describes it as a life-changing experience. I would like to host now Hala and ask her just a question. Hala, I'm sure you have seen the slide about Rotaractors in the world. We talk about 51% of females, young leaders. We talk about qualified future Rotarians. And my question for you is of two parts. First of all, what is an assistant Rotary coordinator? What do you do? And the second thing is, how can we attract such a leader, Hala? I mean, I admire your work, I admire your experience in Rotary, and admire what you look for, your ambition. So how can we make sure that we attract Rotaractors such as Hala?
Farid, thank you a lot, first of all, for organizing this beautiful and very successful hybrid event. It's so nice to be able to fully attend with you from Lebanon. And thank you a lot for your question. Yes, actually, in Rotaract, there is a big pool of leaders that Rotary can attract. And this is something that Rotary International already have realized. And our Rotary clubs and our Rotarians are realizing this sooner or later. So let me start first of all by describing my role as an assistant Rotary coordinator. So usually assistant Rotary coordinators in our zone are representing districts. So we are many districts in our zone. Now, last year with Elevate Rotaract, past RC Jamil Mawad initiated this. He reached out to Rotary International and he proposed that now that Rotaract are encouraged to be part of district roles and international roles, why not have a Rotary actor on board on a regional position? And this is what happened. I was appointed last year as an assistant Rotary coordinator. And what we're supposed to do is usually ARCs are helping district governors and membership chairs and all in similar trainings and in increasing membership and sharing all of this knowledge when needed. Now, specifically, my role as a Rotary actor is to emphasize on the Rotary actors. So I do communicate with the DRRs, not only of our district, but all of our districts in the zone, Greece, Turkey, Serbia, and Montenegro, and Bulgaria, all the districts that are part of our zone. And what we're trying to do is to empower the relationships between Rotaract and Rotary to assure later on in the future a smoother transition. So this is like in a nutshell. Of course, my position is still not 100% clear because it's a very new position for a Rotary actor. So we're still developing the job description, let's say, and hopefully other people from our district can serve in similar regional positions in our future. We have amazing Rotaract leaders in our district. Now, how can you retain a person who's as involved in Rotaract as myself? One thing you need to know that I'm never leaving the Rotary family. I'm already too involved and too committed, and it's been really a life-changing experience, Rotaract, for me, not just on a personal level, on a community level, on a career level. It's been 8 amazing years in Rotaract. I've given so much, and I still have so much to give. And as some of my fellow past DRRs in Rotaract say, the most you give Rotaract, the most it gives you back, and it's same in Rotary. So for people who are as involved as we are, who are leaders in our Rotaract district, you don't have a big challenge retaining them. You just need to invite them and to involve them. They have already invested a lot of time and effort. They don't want to leave the family, especially now with the opportunity of dual membership and all. It's now more than ever a smoother transition. So if we're still too involved and too attached in our Rotaract community, now is a chance for us to have this smooth transition into Rotary. So just involve them, and it's going to be easier than ever.
Thank you so much, Hala. Thank you. So, okay. She deserves a clap, I think. Yeah, she deserves a clap. So back to you, Bassel. Engagement is a continuous process. It doesn't stop at the beginning. We've seen that we are losing a lot of members in the first 2 years. 44% are lost in the first 2 years. But still, we are losing after that from 6 to 10 years. And even Rotarians who spend more than 10 years with us, we're still losing also that. And that's also a big percentage. What can we do to keep these members engaged so that we can retain them in the club?
Absolutely. I think this is the most important thing in retaining Rotarians. You know, as you said, we are losing much more than we are gaining. So what do? We need to tell our new candidates first that, listen, you're going to be a new Rotarian, you're going to be involved and engaged in activities, involved in service projects. This is what we want to do. I mean, this is the best thing. As a Rotarian, I'll tell you my experience. Okay, I've been a Rotarian for 8 years now. And as soon as I entered, I told them, listen, I want to do projects. This is why I'm here. I don't want anything else. I want to do good to my community. So that's what we did. They put me in projects, and I started doing projects for 3 years in a row. I learned, I got engaged, I got involved in activities and social activities in projects. So being engaged is the best thing we can do as leaders to our new Rotarians. The more engaged they are, the more they will be retained in the club. Yes,
agreed. Thank you, Bassel. Yes, engagement is a two-way deal.
Absolutely.
It's not only the member. The member has to have the intention to come and serve, and the club should also be welcoming and giving roles and responsibilities to the club. It's a two-way deal.
Absolutely.
As we are in this topic, we also go to the importance of all committees working together. I mean, after the membership satisfaction survey is done, we see that we have some results that are not satisfactory in meetings. Maybe meetings are not diverse. Maybe the fees are expensive. Maybe we have exciting speakers coming to the club. Maybe we don't have social events. Maybe so there is a problem in the club that we need to fix. So the club administration has a big role in this. They need to diversify the meeting and the setup and the protocol and take care of everything and make sure they give attention to all the details. But also at the same time, other committees have a huge work with the membership committee. And here I would like to emphasize on the public image role and the service role. So having a club that just promotes its work, and when a new incomer comes and sees that all this public image is exaggerated, they end up leaving. And a member who comes also to serve and comes inside a club because they want to give to us and to the service organization their efforts and ideas and time, and they find no service projects, we also end up losing them. So both the public image and the service are major pillars for membership development. If they don't work together, whether the public image or the service, I don't think that we can also retain our members or gain new members. So here I would like to host two important figures that complete the work that we are doing this year. First, we have Ghassan Hajjar, who is 54 years, married and has 3 children. He has a bachelor degree in international trade and master's in management. His professional career is a founder and CEO of several companies in France and Lebanon in telecom, hardware, trade, mobile phones. And he is a sports guy. He loves rugby and marathons. He runs a lot. And he participated in many of them. As to Rotary, he is in the Beirut Cedars Rotary Club, a charter member in 2010. He was the past president 2016-17. His Rotary district roles are assistant governor, and he is this year the community service chair. So I will give this question to Ghassan first. Ghassan, first of all, welcome, and it's nice to have you also, even virtually. Would love to have you physically, but this is the idea behind the whole seminar. So please, can you tell us, as a service community chair, what should we do? What can we do together to make sure that your work can attract members, and at the same time, you need members to complete your work? So this loop, how can we work together to fix this loop?
Good morning, all. Thank you, Farid. I'd like to put it this way. I'd like to compare actually the situation of a club in between 2 words, virtuous or vicious. Virtuous cycle versus vicious cycle. In other words, also attractiveness or attractive club versus rejected club. You have to imagine a club as being a magnet, actually. The magnet has 2 poles, so the club has to adapt. As a magnet has to adapt its poles so that it stays permanently attractive. I'm tempted to say even has to be seductive more than attractive. I see clubs as being in the evolution schemes at 3 types of clubs, either negative, neutral, or positive. In the scheme of a negative club, this club has no activity, it has almost no projects. This club is doomed to fail. Past Governor Christina reminded a few minutes ago that one has to make a decision to terminate it or put it on hold. This type of clubs rejects members. And it gets it out of the radar of any potential member, actually. The second type of club is a neutral club. This club actually it has some activity, it has potential projects. The future of this club is it is stable, but it's under risk of losing momentum, but it's also tending to decline in a short period of time. The third and last type of club is a positive club. This club has ongoing projects. It has projects in the pipe. It communicates, it promotes its projects. It shows through social media and any other accessible media what it does. This way it becomes seen, it becomes heard about. And this is where actually any potential member through members of the club or externally know about this club and tend to submit their candidacy. Actually, in a few words, when you asked this question, asked me to talk about this, Farid, I thought I would use the short experience I have of 3 years in a row as a membership chair in my club, and actually share with you the way I've gone through things and what I conclude from them. What I think is that the membership chair has to do its job. A membership chair doing its job means several things. Actually, it has to, in the exploring the potentiality of the candidate, it has to consider that not all humans of good standing are potential members. They are not all eligible to Rotary. It's not because you are a good and honest person that you are automatically a person that can enter a Rotary Club and be active and lead the way. A potential member, there has to be a sense of service clearly identified, actually. You identify this sense of service by meeting with the person. You talked about interviewing the person. There has to be several meetings, not just one. One has to go through the resume, thoroughly through the resume that is put forward by the candidate, but multiple one-to-one meetings, and ideally bring in a member of the club, ideally the president or another service community chair in these meetings. Ideally, again, here I'm talking about how you would push a potential member to enter or to identify how interested he would be. Invite him to join without being a Rotarian yet, invite him to become part of the service project committee. In other words, you have your club, you have your service project committee, you have people part of it. He will be part of this committee because he will be living the whole Rotary story from the inside. You will ask him also to put himself forward by doing a presentation, by being a speaker in your club, at least for once. He would talk about himself, he would introduce himself, he would be in this Rotary bath for some time, so you can meet him in a way or another.
Thank you.
Get to know him more. All of this process cannot happen in less than 3 months, 3 to 6 months. You had a question, Farid?
No, I thought that you're finished. I said I was going to.
No, not yet. Just a couple of words very quickly.
Please rush because we are running out of time. Thank you, Hassan.
Finally, once a potential member is a club member, he has to be accompanied. He has to be led through the basics of Rotary. He has to know what Rotary is about. And not only because he heard about it during the meetings or one-to-one meetings, but he has to go through all those basics. And he has definitely, and that's for sure, every club new member has to enter a committee within the club. And last but not least, we said in our club, every member is a potential club president.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Hassan. Thank you. Now I go to Peter, and I would like also to ask him the same question, but please let me introduce Peter to you. Peter Ashtigian, he studied in the political science and history. He's a director of Pyrite's Museum, it's his family private archaeological museum, and he held so many positions in that area, and he is the general secretary of the foundation Parides Foundation Board and Directors. Peter is also a dedicated Rotarian, and he is a fifth generation Rotarian. He was a Rotaractor as well in 2002. He was in the Rotaract Club of Larnaca. He was a president in that club 2 times. He served as on the Rotaract level as a district secretary and VDRR of Cyprus. He is a Rotarian since 2009. And he served as president, as assistant governor, vocational service chair for the country, and deputy district governor for the country. And now this year, he is the district public image chair. Again, Peter, I would like also to emphasize on the importance of image in attracting new members. We don't want to exaggerate and make the strategy bigger than it really is. At the same time, if we don't publicize and promote ourselves, we will not get membership leads or new incomers to the clubs. So how can we work together, Peter?
So thank you, Farid, for inviting me. Thank you, everyone. I wish I was there with you. I think you left me last because everything you said, without public image, no one will come to see us. So whatever we do needs to be publicized. Obviously, membership and public image have their 2 separate, distinct roles, but they have also an interrelated role. Without one, not without one, the other one doesn't exist, but we definitely need them to be working together. One has its membership growth, goal, and retention. The other one has the brand recognition and awareness. And we always have to remember that there is this overlap, that we need the overlap between these 2 committees for things to work in our clubs and in our district correctly. A successful membership drive is important for the public image support and effectiveness. The same way a public image campaign depends on membership involvement. So if no one knows what we are doing, it's very difficult for people, especially outside our organization, to join us. The same is for people in our organization. I mentioned retention, and it's important for people to know in Rotary what we are doing. I heard before a few words that are important: attractive clubs, motivation, value of membership. This can only be achieved if all the good work that we put in, the projects that we do, the fellowship, the fundraising, everything that is done, if people do not know about it, they cannot come close to us. They cannot come and say and ask, who is doing these things? We see on the news, we hear Rotary Club is doing this big project. We see a poster of the Rotary Club. Immediately people will react, especially if we have good and strong projects. So this is our main, let's say, showroom to show, to get people in our shop. This is how it works. Huh? And what you mentioned, if there is, not to over-exaggerate, it's important to show what we are, but what you see should be what you get. We should not over-publicize. We know how Instagram, let's say, works. You set up everything in a nice position, you put everything in its nice place, and you take a picture. And usually you know that this is the image and what reality is. There are some images that show the actual behind the scenes, what happens. So people should actually see up to a good level what they will receive in the club. If you show a very active club with very strong fellowships, and someone comes in the club and joins you and sees a very boring club and people just sitting and looking at the ceiling and nothing happens, then obviously you will lose them. So it's very important to give exactly this word, is a very beautiful word, the value of membership, value of being in a club. So this happens also through the image that we show. And it's good to be consistent. It's good to show people the work we do, and as you mentioned, without over exaggeration, because you will lose you will lose even your own people. If you know that what you are promoting is not the real thing, obviously you will start not believing in your own club. But I think it's extremely important to have this correct way of promoting Rotary, promoting our work. Thankfully, I have an excellent team in public image with the public image chairs, and very soon all the clubs will be receiving a questionnaire and a form to get the input of all the clubs on how they want the image. And we will be also having frequently asked questions that people ask about the social media, how to promote, where to promote, what's the best image to promote. So this is being done by our team and all the country chairs. So very soon you will have a complete image of how we should promote our clubs. And this is the cornerstone of getting people involved in Rotary, and companies and organizations and members. I don't think I need to over-exaggerate on what I'm saying and overstate this, because it is obvious. We've seen it, and I see daily that people, when you post things, when you put media in, you said that we have 60% media, and that's from where people know us. And maybe this is why a few years ago people were not aware of what Rotary is. I have noticed that recently people might not know exactly what Rotary is from outside our organization, but they at least hear the name. So even if they at least hear the name, eventually they will start getting under their skin.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is the basic of what I wanted to share with everyone about our image.
Thank you.
Thank you, Farid, for giving me the opportunity to say
Thank you, Peter, for your input. Thank you so much for your input. I mean, your input is highly valuable to all of us. And it is true that all the committees in the club should work together. I think that the overlap of members working in different committees is a solution. And having meetings on a committee head level between the committee heads should be done regularly to transfer ideas and accomplishments between them. Time is running up and I need to wrap up everything, but I want to ask just one last question. Excuse me if we have more questions, but we are very short on time. Just for Basil, I would like to ask you about the entrance interviews. We have exit interviews. We ask people why do they leave, but we don't ask them why they join. So please, can you just tell me the importance of entrance interviews so that we can finish the session, because we have 2 or 3 questions.
Yes,
Yeah.
it starts with day one. Day one, as you said, Farid, this is the first day that you sit with this new candidate and you want to tell him all about Rotary. But more importantly is you want to get from him what he expects in joining Rotary. This is, I think, the most important thing. If this new Rotarian gets what he expects, then you don't lose him. You keep him over and over and over again. Also, it's our part to give him, as you said, the comfort and care always. Show him the beauty of our organization and what we do. It's very important to show him that in the beginning, so he understands you are entering, to me, sacred grounds. You know, these Rotary to me is my passion. This is what I love doing. If I show him that, he will be more excited to join. If I involve him, engage him in activities, in projects, he will get what he expects, and we will retain him for years to come. Thank you, Farid.
Thank you, Basil. So basically, entrance interviews are just, you get the same result in the exit interview, but sometimes in the exit interview, people are shy to tell you why they left. They just refuse to say the real reason for leaving, where if we get the entrance interview results, we know we can match these expectations. I want to thank all of you. I'm really sorry that we are short on time. It's a beautiful session for me, and I enjoyed every minute. And I want to thank the virtually attending also Rotarians and fellows. Thank you so much for your time. Please just wait with me for a bit because we have questions. Julius, please.
The first question comes from Past President Khaled Tawar, RC Amman Jarash. And it's a statement and we would like your comments on it. It's important to go back to the formal setting of the meeting to give it its importance. What's your views on it, Farid, and the panelists?
Thank you, Julius. Well, this is exactly what I said at the beginning. After the member satisfaction survey, we can get also results about the atmosphere, the protocol, the professionalism inside the club. And I think we should go back to basics. I mean, what makes Rotary so special when we host people is the protocol. I mean, we've hosted maybe in family organizations, people and doctors, and we hosted the same doctors here in Rotary, and they were really impressed of our protocol, of this beautiful bell here in front of us, of the pins that we wear, of the setup, of everything. I think our protocol in the Rotary Club and in the way we arrange and manage the meeting itself is very, very, very important. And we think we should also make some protocol training for the clubs.
Okay, the second question comes from past President Bashar Asfour, Rotary Club of Tbilisi ambassador. He states that there's so much deviation between how to become a member between Rotary clubs, and each has their own way of accepting new members. The question is Rotary membership by application or by invitation?
Okay, that's very nice question. Well, it works both ways because, as we said, we have the membership leads. People who are interested and want to join our organization are always welcome. And we can also at the same time invite our friends and families and so on. But when it comes to admitting a member, the member does not fill the application. The sponsoring person who got this member in should fill this application, pass it to the membership team and the membership committee and the membership head of the club. And then there they discuss this, they approve, they file it up to the board approves, and then it goes to the general assembly or the general, all the club members, and then they have 2 weeks for objections. And if no objection happens, then they become members. So this is the process, and it can be fine-tuned in the bylaws. But basically, this is the exact way of approving a member.
Thank you. Last question comes from President Mohammed Abbas, Rotary Club Amman Amun. He's asking about what age should the Rotary Act member move to the Rotary Club?
That's a very nice question as well. And I really wanted a person to answer this, not me. Hala, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Yes, I think I will pass this to you, please. You can answer this question.
Actually, with Elevate Rotaract, there is no more age gap for Rotaract, so we're not supposed anymore to leave Rotaract at 30. So there is no age where we are supposed to leave Rotaract. To be honest, the Rotaract experience is amazing, and if a Rotaract club is really living the Rotaract experience and a vibrant club, maybe they would never want to leave Rotaract. But definitely, there is a certain gap between Rotary and Rotaract, and it's because of our personal lives and our phase, like the phase we're going through, building our families, starting our own businesses and all. So usually an average person is not ready yet. This is what used to be the problem before, by the early 30s, to join Rotary. Where else, like, it's very personal for every person. Maybe someone at the age 24 is already a very successful entrepreneur, a business owner. He has already things figured out in life, and he's ready for the way Rotary experience is, for example. Maybe some other people, I'm now 32 years old. I'm not giving up on Rotaract anytime soon, but I'm transitioning into Rotary. So it doesn't have to be leaving Rotaract to go into Rotary. Like, now we have the chance to live the two experiences at the same time, and they're not the same. If someone really has experienced the two, they're not the same. The dynamics of the clubs are very different. We can learn a lot from each other, but they're different. So why leave Rotaract, or why have a set age to leave Rotaract, when now it can be at any age? We can join the two at the same time if we're ready. And whenever we're ready to move on from Rotaract, we'll be fully in Rotary. But there is no age where, like, it should be now. So now there is no anymore this restriction.
Thank you so much, Hala. Again, I would like to thank you all for being here for this membership seminar and for attending this session. I would like to thank first my virtual attending speakers, Peter, Ghassan, Rosa, and Hala. Thank you so much for being here and for giving me this time, especially that I know that some of you are working, some of you are traveling. And I want to give my special thanks to my beautiful team here, the country chairs of Palestine, Bassel, the country chair of Bahrain, Faisal, and the country chair of Jordan, Wissam. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time and thank you for your work. Thank you, everybody. And